Hello and good evening, everyone. I want to welcome you all to my little segment I have here in conjunction with Furvester and everything involved is mostly all of my doing. And I have to thank a lot to Amy2K for the entire equipment we have here right now. The backdrop, lights, camera stands, my company for giving me this awesome audio and video mixer. And yeah, what we will be doing today is I will have an interview with RenTradewind. Hello, Ren.
Hey there. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, just
Hi, everybody. This is RenTradewind from Twitter.
yeah, she is a really awesome artist, in my opinion, and just a straight up multi talent. We just have discovered some other things which yesterday, like, yeah, we both can ride a unicycle, which is, yeah, we can do that. Well,
It's true. You're pretty talented too. I've got a lot of weird hobbies, and being a furry is a big part of that.
yeah, it's for me. It's also, yeah. That's why I'm doing the whole thing here, and it's a great pleasure of mine doing a great service to the fandom and everything else. It's actually just do something. Okay. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
my part, which I'm doing.
I love being a part of things too. I've been putting on social events on virtual reality the past couple of months, especially with how COVID put a pause on everybody meeting up together. I got an Index earlier this month, which is a VR headset, and with being able to run around as your persona and meeting other people's persona in a digital space has been really fun. A decent replacement to the convention scene.
I mean, especially now, you have to imagine I would be now running around on the convention side, being, yeah, frantically trying to solve problems. And yeah,
Behind the scenes.
yeah, exactly like that. Oh, shoot. What's that? I see we have a lot of drop frames. Yeah, well, my connection should be stable. Or not. Let's put it over there. See if that changes anything. Yeah, it changes a lot. Okay, that's my issue on my side. So it gets better. Because, yeah, it was my laptop which was in the way of the signal post. Come on. Yeah, it's currently spiking up. That's not so great. But I'm recording it anyway.
Okay. Oh, I see you on the stream now.
That's good. But yeah, it has a lot of drop
Maybe
frames.
we'll get rolling here.
Yeah, it's just hacking up.
It's starting to. I'm seeing the pictures flip through from Furvester's past, or was it all last year?
Yeah, that was that's all all the team photos which were made from our team, and yeah, the connection is really not having it.
I've never been to a European furry convention. I would definitely love to at some point.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I mean, we have a lot of conventions already, only in Germany. Yeah, two hands is not enough, and considering there's how much is.
How long have you been helping out with Furvester?
I'm actually one of the founders, so I had the idea together with Dasprit, and yeah, then we were like, okay, let's try to make something. And like, yeah, which date? Like, good idea. When? And we were figuring out, like, yeah, New Year's Eve. Nothing is happening there for now, publicly anyway. yeah, that's about it. How we got started on that. Yeah. I'm just
How
happy.
long have you been doing it? How many years?
Oh, wait, that's 2017. Oh, wait. Okay, wait. Last year, which is 19, was the third edition. 18, 17. Yeah, it's close to 4 years.
Hmm.
Yeah, so that's how long I've been
I've
doing
always just been a
that.
convention goer, never behind the scenes.
Mm.
Well, I'm sure your attendees appreciate your work. It sounds like a good time.
Oh yeah, we have. Uh, maybe I need to restart everything, but not having it. Maybe I can give there some boost of the signal. Oh, because now we're just going to activate.
So you're on your laptop,
Yeah, I'm on my
you said?
laptop over. Uh, yeah, over my phone. Yeah, so it's basically just like never change a running system. And yeah, I'll be posting the whole thing now because for me, uh, mm, just give me- yeah, uh, I can't type and. Oh yeah, it's definitely a connection issue we are having, but I'm doing that, pulling it through anyway because yeah, maybe I'm gonna quickly stop streaming. Just trying it, maybe. Oh yeah, it has a lot of issues currently. Um, okay. I'm just recording it, so it's a file. That's always fun, fixing things on the fly.
Technical
Yeah,
difficulty.
yeah. It
Most things are working. It's just
yeah. I'm just gonna video. Wait, that's output. Let's go down to 2000. Why?
I don't
And
speak German. I have no idea what the chat is saying.
okay, I'm gonna restart the stream. Wait, no, actually, also gonna just. I'm gonna disconnect quickly from here because just maybe it helps with when you restart the
Sure.
hotspots. Did he manage just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Uh-oh. So, should be back.
Test.
Yeah, I'm hearing you. Okay, restarting stream. Let's see how that works. Maybe it's now better. Oh, yeah. So now it seems to be fluent. Seems to do the trick. So, okay. With that, we're gonna switch to a short video I prepared, or at least Aros prepared it, and you can enjoy that one while we see how the stream is going. See you later.
So. Okay.
What the hotel didn't mention, and I can't believe you did that, on the second evening or the third evening, on the second evening, the cider was almost gone. The third day, it was completely gone. And they ordered a lot.
Yeah, the amount of people more which were so yeah, it was too little for you. Are you drinks or something? Like the alcohol disappears as soon as furries appear. Yeah, so that is good. But we managed to, they managed to get more. So yeah. So. Anything else that we forget? You got the schedule, not me. For once, I'm not improvising. He is.
I think. Nah. Oh wait, yeah. There's one more thing.
What?
Star Fox. That is your cue.
Cue. Like what?
Just waiting here for you. I just want your presence. You got me feeling blue. And don't keep me waiting. Don't leave me in this way. Got me going crazy, and I don't wanna wait. I just wanna make you see. I feel like I'm in heaven when you are here with me. And don't keep me waiting. Don't leave me in this way. Got me going crazy, and I don't wanna wait. I just want your loving. Come and give me something. I just want your loving. Come and give me something.
Hey attendees, this is RenTradewind broadcasting to you from the Goddard Space Flight Center in Maryland. I'm here to announce your next mission. In 354 days, on December 30th, 2020, you all will be launching to Mars. That's right, folks. Your mission to Mars is going to feature the artist RivalKnit as your guest of honor. So sit back and prepare to launch.
Mao.
I did it secret. Nobody knew about it except for Aros, who did the amazing video. Thank you very much, Aros. He pulled an all-nighter, and I supplied him with a lot of latte macchiato so he can make this awesome video for you. And he respects all the gratitude for it. Also, the whole media team to make this whole thing possible. I know the secret thing is like, what, he is doing something. What is he doing? I don't know anything. He didn't even know shit. So, yeah, did it. So I also, as we are still live, I want to thank RenTradewind to make this. It was like, she's a really big thing. And thank you very much for letting me do this with you. Thank you very much. As you may heard, we were going to feature next time the artist RivalKnit. I don't know how many of you know it. Somebody who likes dragon statues, most likely who has come across her art. She's really doing great sculptures. That's what she's famous for. Yay! Do you have anything to say?
I'm very surprised.
Yay!
Yeah, I have no.
And we're back. This pull a thing off where you had to include a couple of people to keep something secret. It was just for me a bit of a nightmare, but again, thanks to Aros who pulled it off, didn't tell anybody what I was doing. I had to tell people that I was doing something, but not telling what it was, and that annoyed the heck out of them. But when I was able to show them, that was just plainly awesome. And yeah, also thanks to Ren again for doing her part, which was just awesome. That's
A lot of fun.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty sweet that you asked, and again, I'm very proud of my work and was super happy to share that.
Yeah, that's something really cool. And I mean, sadly it didn't happen, but what do you want? We have now this, and
Yeah.
I think it's just the next best thing we can have. So, ask for questions. Yeah,
Oh boy,
yeah,
I didn't study.
yeah. You didn't study, so
No.
how is your basic algebra and Fourier transform knowledge?
Oh my God, no. It's been so long, man. I graduated college in, 2016? So yeah, I haven't been out in the industry all that long, but I mean, I have four or so years now, but I haven't done math, no.
Yeah,
in some time.
So it's actually also fun as we are sharing one hobby, which is unicycling, or at least talent, which you want to say. So we are also working in a similar field, which is electronics, where I am doing my bachelor's degree in electrical engineering. What's your exact job title, if you go so on?
What's that? What's my job title?
Yeah, I mean,
it was very vague when I applied too. Actually, I have my card here. I'm called an electrical parts engineer, So yeah, you could say I'm an electrical engineer. I'm being trained to be a hardware specialist right now, and that involves a lot of testing and requirements that need to be met in order for electronics to be launched into space. And as you can imagine, a lot of things go into that. The testing that's required in order for the government to sign off and launch these parts is a very expensive and very interesting endeavor. We kind of mythbusters this stuff. I oversee this work where we ship it to our local lab there on site, and they undergo, electrical loads, different temperature things. They cut them up, they pull the little bond wires on the microcircuit, and they make sure that these parts are kind of up to speed on what kind of environment they're going to be facing up there. And like I said, I'm just a baby. I've only been there at the facility not even 2 years, but I hope that I'm there for the long haul. I really love it. It's very sciencey for an engineering job, which is just amazing to me. And the kind of projects that I get to see and help out with are all space. So it's very easy to stay motivated, but it is definitely a lot of work. They keep me really busy. There's always new stuff to learn. But I'm super honored to be there, and I love my team.
Oh yeah, I can only imagine. I mean, my goal is actually also to work for that industry, but more in the actually producing hardware stuff instead of testing. But I don't know where I end up. So
I had no idea that I would be in the space industry. I have so many wonderful friends that were born loving space, with stars in their eyes. I was a dinosaur obsessed kid, actually, which makes sense for my dragon affinity, of course. I didn't think that I would end up doing space. Right out of college, I actually became a Navy contractor. I was working on aircraft carriers in the Virginia Beach area, but
yeah,
for those Americans who know where that is.
Mention boats, and
boats,
I need medication to go on them. It's like, wow.
Oh, well, at least the boats that I worked on were typically in a dry dock, and they were. I worked as a nuclear refueler, and it was a very, very good start to my career as an engineer, and impressed NASA enough to want to hire me. Because I was looking for a new line of work. I was up visiting my parents. I actually went to a job fair in Baltimore, which I've been to Furthermore plenty of times myself, so shout out to Baltimore. And they needed a young electronics parts person to train. I did not think it would be me. I did not think they were interested, but sure enough, they interviewed me, and the rest is history. I'm here sitting at the same desk where I do my work now, since all I do is telework.
Yeah, I get the feeling. For me, I still can go back into my company and commute back and forth, but they also have I want to do home office on this day, so because half a day being there is not that fun. I mean, it's 120 kilometers for me to drive. It's like, ugh.
Oh wow, no, my space center is only 20 minutes down the road, but haven't been there since March. If I need to, and once vaccines start rolling in, I would like to, ideally for my line of work, I'd like to go on site maybe twice a week or so. But it's interesting. It is amazing that we can still get this ball still rolling all remotely. and I'm very glad to be a techie furry, because I feel like I'm worlds ahead of some of the wonderful older engineers that I work with when it comes to this sort of voice chatting world, and the interactions.
You're muted, or what did we had? Oh yeah, right. I didn't get any sound from my computer.
Oh.
Yeah,
we don't all have hardware issues or software issues sometimes.
Yeah,
so are a little ahead of the game, I think, with that. It's always the front lines of tech.
Yeah, for me, it's also I'm currently more doing software development as on my job, but still, I'm still staying close to hardware stuff, because that's what fuels me. What I really like enjoying doing. Trying to figure,
I am so baffled with software. It seems like wizardry. I'm not sure what's going on there. But then I have software folks say similar about hardware. It's just a specialty.
Yeah, I mean, I can work with both, which I think is a strong suit of mine.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, I'm not the very expert in both things, but I can make a bridge in between them. Like, oh, hey, look, I'm making hardware and writing software to it. I make everything works together. Yay!
I haven't done anything like that since college. Actually, putting a program into a piece of hardware or even uploading a command or what have you. But
Yeah, we
it's good to know the ins and outs of both sides for sure. Better to be well rounded.
Yeah, that's what fascinates me on since I was little. How do those things work? And yeah, that's how I started my whole career with the apprenticeship as electronics technician or engineer, wherever you're from. But I'm now doing the bachelor's degree in electrical engineering, so yeah, I'm learning a lot more, like how to manage other stuff, bootloaders, whatever. You haven't seen them, and also the maths according to it.
Yeah. I remember those days. It is good to know the base level of how we kind of get there. And electronics is such a young technology. It's changing constantly, and like where we came from, even in the last couple decades, is crazy bones. It is nice to be along for this ride.
Oh yeah, that's really. I mean, I just recently saw a documentary about one of the still working relay computers in Japan. One of the from Fujitsu, was it? Yeah, that's just you can build that. Now it's just like this size, and yeah, while it's doing that, it can also do something else in the meantime.
Is it a steel working robot? Steel working robot?
I don't know. It's a calculator, a big one.
Oh,
I actually a as a relay floating point calculator, which you also could program and solve equation systems. So,
oh my goodness.
it only took it about 2 minutes to solve the one with 5 equations. Like, impressive.
With like physical relays?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's like a wow.
Considering
Freaky.
considering that thing took up an entire rooms.
Like a room or a small building.
Yeah. It only was actually a decent sized room, and now it's just like it's this size, and while it's doing that, it can do other things as well. Like, ha, yeah. But you've come really far with that stuff, and yeah. So thinking about next things.
Did you have more questions?
That was just one off the cuff. Another one was thinking about so you also do art, right?
Yes, I've been doing art for longer than I've been an engineer, for sure. I've been posting dragon drawings to the internet for over 10 years now. Yeah, maybe even 11 or 12. Damn.
Wow.
Yeah, I started on Elfwood, was the first gallery site I started posting to. I don't think it even exists anymore, Elfwood, and then DeviantArt, and then FA, and then I think that's it. I tried Weasel for a while. Like, I think I still got a Weasel account, and I as time goes on and I'm busy with my like professional life, I gravitate towards Twitter, and I maintain an art exclusive Twitter too, as well as like my internet personality Twitter, where I post everything.
Yeah, it's for me as well. That's what I also do.
You're an artist?
I draw really occasionally. The last time was like 2 years ago.
I don't think I've seen any of your stuff. That's cool.
It's just like I'm only doing traditional stuff, which is
Hey, that's all right. It all transfers over pretty well. It did take me some time to get comfortable on a digital tablet, but it's still
yes. I mean, I see where my talents lie a bit more. It's like just more a pleasure thing to do if I really feel up to it and etc. But really doing art,
It's a lot of work.
Yeah,
It is.
I can do a complex program and be happy with it, and try to hack me into a Raspberry Pi, trying to do stuff, which
That's
it's
art.
yeah, that's what I do, and I also design PCBs, which I was very proud of. Which
Hmm.
yeah,
It's awesome.
one of my things I can do.
I haven't designed anything in like electronics wise since, like I said, college. And most of my stuff is testing, testing this capacitor, this diode, this microcircuit, and seeing how they do
Mm.
under different criteria. And before COVID hit, I was like poised to travel. They might have even sent me to Europe to go on adventures to learn about the different manufacturing facilities for the electronics and how they make those tiny things. I like small things.
Yeah, I mean,
Which is funny.
I also was in a chip manufacturer. I mean, they don't produce the chips per se. They buy finished ones from somebody who's producing them, and they make the finishing touches to them. And they
Yeah.
maybe you know them, Sensirion. They make really tiny sensors for anything, a flow control, heat sensor, humidity sensor, and it's basically the whole sensor is directly on the chip.
Interesting.
And the whole evaluation circuit is also just right close by, and with that you have really fast measurement speeds of temperature and humidity and other stuff. And I've been there and to see how they do it. It's like, yeah, we can't tell you much more because that's company secret, but
Yeah, proprietary.
but still seeing how it works with all the I mean, in the end assembly of all of the parts which they make is in Switzerland, which is yeah.
It's a very international business. I'm constantly on the phone with manufacturers from even different countries and so on. And I really think that's such a cool part of the job, is getting able to talk to different specialists from different parts of the world. It is so cool.
Oh yeah.
I really like that part of it.
I mean, usually I really don't like when my phone starts ringing at work. It's like, oh my god, someone has a problem. At the job I was before, it was like when the phone started ringing, I basically hid under the desk because I don't like talking to people who call me. If I call them, that's a different story.
That's so funny.
Yeah, it's just one of my weird quirks, but I can get around. It's like, yeah, okay, just pick up the phone.
Practice.
Yeah.
I still write scripts for myself all the time. Before I give somebody a call, I write down what I'm gonna do and like what part I'm talking about, and my intent.
Yeah, it's
practice.
Yeah, I mean, for me it's the same. I also like, okay, I need to know something about this. I pulled up information, wrote it down on my note sheet. I also had a huge sheet on my desk, so I just could write on it.
Mm-hmm. I keep a work journal too that I just fill out anytime I do something at all, because it's a lot to keep track of.
Yeah,
and
for me it's just a big paper which I just scribble down notes on anything. It's like just filled with notes, and at one point I just throw it away. But
I write things down.
Yeah, it just helps memorizing a lot of stuff. And yeah, giving my dad some couple of advices, like, yeah, I don't remember that stuff. Yeah, write it down. Like, but I won't use that. Like, just write it down. It will help you.
Writing it down, like physically writing something down, always helps me. I have so many lists of things, like art ideas here, and I have my engineering stuff here. I've got some like data tables, and I have these songs I want to learn. I have all these VR chat plays, just lists. I feel like my mind is crazy and I have a lot of energy. So I do a lot of work to kind of capture my ideas. So then I always have something to work on, at least. Yeah.
Yeah, that's for me. What I see from you, you're just so active in everything. You also do you're doing musicals, right?
Yeah, that's what I was doing around this time last year. Actually, would you believe that NASA has their own music club. NASA every year at the space center that I work at didn't know this when I got the job or when I applied or when I interviewed, but they put on a musical every year. These amazing scientists and engineers and in the community as well put on a musical. And so I tried out and I got this funny part where I was this character who flew a plane on the stage and basically saved the day and sang a song about it. And it was so much fun. But I played a few different instruments growing up and play upright bass. I've had lessons on guitar and violin and piano and things like that. And I had been taking a few vocal lessons for singing after the musical last year ended, but then COVID kind of struck and I kind of fell out of practice because I don't have anything to prepare for. But I do occasionally hop on karaoke on VR chat, and that is a nice time. You get to sing it in there.
Yeah, that only works really locally, doesn't it?
Right. Yeah, maybe a few people, but the idea is there. And there are certain ways to improve it. You know, our scientists are working on it.
Yeah. Yeah. If only connections would be so reliable that it would only take mere seconds to process.
That would be nice.
God, I'm just sometimes fed up with technology. Yeah.
Oh, we've made it this far.
Yeah. Hey, running for more than half an hour without any problems.
Oh, you shouldn't have said it out loud.
And done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're attempting them.
Yeah, I'm tempting it, but
that's just science.
Yeah, let's see how it's going. Yeah. So if anybody is wondering, the entire clip of also the goof ups will be recorded and available then later on somewhere. I don't know yet where, but it will be available. I'm recording the whole thing. Yeah. Okay. Next thing. Yeah. I have a list. Picking a random question. Oh yeah. Let's talk. What's your favorite drink? That's just weird stuff.
My favorite drink. My favorite drink.
Yeah.
I am a drinker. I do like beer and cider and wine. I really do like hard ciders that are not too sweet, I suppose. I like tea a lot. Like if I had a favorite cocktail, that would probably be like a hard cider that's hot and spiced with cinnamon. I do like mulled wine too. Warm alcohol on a cold day is very nice for me.
Yeah. Glühwein.
What about you?
Yeah, for me it's beer. And yeah, there's where it's actually I'm drinking a lot of black tea. If somebody would say, yeah, well, too much, it's the minimum is like half a liter, which I basically need to wake up. Others need coffee. I take black tea with oat milk. So.
I'm a little I feel like I'm caffeine sensitive. Sometimes I'll take some coffee and I'll just be off the walls for the day. But sometimes I want that. But I don't do it too much. I really limit it. If I'm gonna have coffee, I have like half a cup.
Oh yeah, that's. I mean, at some points when I can get drunk really easily at sometimes, but yeah, it gives me a great mood when I start to get really into it. But
it's New Year's. Are you gonna be drinking tonight?
I mean, yesterday I got drunk and played Team Fortress 2 with my friends, which was fun.
I had 2 glasses of wine last night, and that was really nice. I watched Animaniacs, and I worked a little bit in VR sculpture. Didn't get too much done, but it was peaceful.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean that actually remembers me of one time where there was last Euroferns, which I told where I said to myself, yeah, I don't want to drink anything at the whole convention, and that basically was I pulled it through, and at the last night it was, I think, where they made a little setup in the beer garden for everybody who was at EF knows what I'm talking about. And they made there a little DJ setup, and they played some good tunes, and I basically got high on what's the happy hormone is serotonin.
Serotonin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got into a really good mood, and it's like nothing can stop me now. I was just dancing there, and everybody I think was thinking I was drunk. Like, nope, I was sober as heck. I had actually just one sip, which was just for the taste of self-made booze from a friend of mine, and not gonna take it because no alcohol. I just want to keep it that way, and it was an awesome experience. I mean, I think that was that day was my free day at security. But that was fun.
Yeah, I've never been like super drunk. Not at a furry convention. Now that I think about it, I got pretty drunk at MagFest, but I learned quick. This is my younger days. I'm smarter now.
Do you have any of those fun experiences at the convention or?
Let me think. I've been going to furry conventions since, when was my first? I think 2012, something like that. I went to FWA in Atlanta. I've also been to Anthrocon. I've been to the Delaware Furry New Year's Ball. I've been to Furthermore a few times. I'm on the East Coast, if you can tell. I'm in Maryland. One of my favorite things that I did at an Anthrocon once was I printed out 100 badges with just Nicolas Cage's face on them, and they all had clips, and I laminated them all, and so it was just his face, like not his neck, just like his face. And I don't know what I was a weird kid, and I'm still pretty weird. This wasn't even that long ago, though. And I had 100 of them, and I put them all over my fursuit. I have a fox fursuit that I made of my fox fursona from years past, that I clipped them all to the fur on the fursuit. So I was just walking around surrounded by Nicolas Cage faces, and I ended up giving them all away. Is what I did. Is I would go up to someone and give them a Nicolas Cage face, and so many people still come up to me and like say like, Ren, I still have that Nicolas Cage badge. I put the date on it too, which I'm glad I did. I numbered them all. They're still out there circulating in the furry community.
Oh, that's nice.
It's good stuff. I love that kind of thing.
I mean, something I also started was I think it was on Furvester, right? I got this little dragon here. So for those people who know it, maybe some people remember him. That's Twip, and naming convention is something funny. That's just a grade A shoulder dragon. He's adorable, quirky, and loves it. And I was just like, I was putting him on somebody's shoulder, like, hey, pass him on, and in the end, bring him back to me. Like, what? It's just pass him on. I just want to see how far he gets and make pictures. He has an account, and then I made him a little tag as well. Like, it says how to return him and how to handle him, etc. And he made a really nice round on Furvester. It was the first one, and then I also tried it out on Euroferns. We made a good round. It was really fun.
Made it so there's instructions on how to handle the little plush dragon.
Yeah,
is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Wow.
Trip shoulder, as you called on Twitter. He wasn't active.
You release him into the wild and rely on the goodwill of the people to keep him safe. What?
Yeah.
Didn't they try that with a robot and it ended horribly?
I mean, it was like I was half expecting that something like that would happen.
Yeah.
But
interesting social experiment.
I mean, I don't mind doing something like this, like just like something fun, something to cheer people up, and he ended up on really fun spots. To be honest.
Mm-hmm. How cool!
Yeah, that's a really fun experience, and I'm really happy that it worked that well out. It's
That's super sweet.
it's also the
Kind of like an interesting scavenger
Yeah.
hunt that everybody gets to.
also with this
Hang it.
plush here. I had a really fun story, which was the first Eurofriends I was, and I had him with me, and they had the two artists made little mounts where you can ride on. And
Aw.
it always ended up there, and they were like, "Yeah, we have him." It's like, "Oh shit, all right." And I think that also sparked that idea with Twip. So that's really sweet. Yeah, and thank you for everybody who brought him back to me. He's.
Do you have any stuffed animals of your own persona?
Nope, I don't. But the closest thing I actually have is her. That's
Aw.
you see. My cousin made that for me for Christmas. Also with
Cool.
the other one with a black shirt with the light furry on it. It's like, yeah. Yeah.
So I take it you like dragons.
How could you tell? Oh God. Oh, that remembers me actually on. My camera went off. Just give me a second. Need to fix that. That camera. Oh.
Behave yourself, camera.
Oh yeah. There it goes. Yeah, it just turns off after 30 minutes. But it's fine. It's fine. I'm not a professional, nor are you, nor are we, but we're doing that for fun. Yeah. So that remembers me on the first time I suddenly met another Flint. And it was pure coincidence. We went to the same fursuit walk. And I mean, it was straight out creepy that we are so alike. Like,
Were they a dragon as well?
no, but as in personality wise, he was like, yeah, being left-handed.
Pick the same, persona name, then maybe it's telling somehow. I've met a few other Wrens, but I haven't gotten to know them that well.
I mean, just something else I actually was really surprised once I met my somebody with the same name as me, as in surname and last name.
Whoa.
Yeah, that was really, really funny because we were basically looking for somewhere to stay, and he was school director, and I was such as like, yeah, we were standing there, and he first was saying, yeah, well, his name is, my surname was like, okay, fine, that's a common name.
God.
And then he said the same last name, like, that's not a common one. It's
Wow.
like, yep, greetings, I'm the same name as you. Oh God, that was funny. But yeah, what it is, so yeah, we're back to some war stories, because I think one of the best things I ever had was with our dear security at Eurofriends. We had morning shift, which was starting at 6 in the morning. So good morning, everybody. Yeah, one thing, and I was dispatched. So sitting on the desk like, zombie mode activated, and then suddenly 8 o'clock crawled around. We all still in zombie mode. And then they were like, hey, we're going to have breakfast. And like, yeah, okay, fine, I'll be coming. Not noticing how fast the time passed anyhow. And then suddenly I get a call. And 272... No, wait, then suddenly I get the call from somebody. What was it?
I see a battery indicator, Flint. I see a battery blinking on the screen.
Yeah, so it's gonna...
That cause for concern.
Yeah, the camera's gonna die. Let's make something about that. Just make the... I'm fixing it with something. I'm just gonna turn it off.
Problem solved. Very good.
Yeah, it's not a proper streaming camera, so... Right, there you go.
Really, really good problem solving skills.
So, crisis averted. Yeah. I don't have a supply for that camera, which sucks. But hey, we're doing the best what we can, and audio is more important than anything else. Yeah. So then suddenly I'm getting a call. I'm just getting an arbitrary number which he has. Let's say 302 to dispatch. 302 to dispatch. Information urgent over. What?
Oh.
And it replied, of course, like, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, we're missing a dispatch here at the breakfast table. Over.
Oh my
Got
god.
that on the way. It was so sweet. It's just yeah. I mean how was it? Yeah. And something other funny which I just didn't know when I got there. I was last Furvester, I was renting a truck, as in a big car from a friend of mine from Germany, and I loaded it up with a lot of stuff. You can imagine, convention. I had 3 TVs, 1 freezer, a lot of other stuffs like consoles, etc. All from me, except from a couple of others. When I was going back to the border, going home, it was like 10 o'clock in the evening, and they stopped me at the border, like, yeah, and I greeted them in Swiss German, and they were looking at me like, yeah, you screwed up. I'm like, what?
What?
Yeah, and then they told me, yeah, you know, you're not allowed to drive a German car. Like, really?
What?
Like, okay, I didn't know that. So then we pulled over. Of course, like, okay, shit happens. It was staying calm. And then they told me, like, okay, they needed, of course, if they already had us out, they took our passports, etc. And I was like, okay, fine. Roll with it. I've been there before. Just cooperate as good as possible. And
So you were like driving a German car, but you weren't authorized?
Yeah. So the problem is, if you do that, you temporarily are actually importing the car. And it's not a big issue, because if you do something like that, you just have to, just import it temporarily. That's you just go to the office and say, yeah, well, I'm driving this car from somebody else. I'm bringing that back at this date, and they will give you a waiver saying, yeah, well, you imported that car temporarily, and we'll bring it back to its owner. Like that's all. And they told me like just to be sure. Otherwise, you could be importing it illegally and driving around with it illegally.
So you had all this furry supplies.
Yeah, and it was really funny. Then they were like, as they already were checking me, like, yeah, open up the back, and it's a whole bed, a load of stuff, and they were looking at, like, seeing the fridge and say, yeah, what's everything in there? Yeah, well, 1 freezer, 3 TVs, and they were looking at that's all yours, and they're like, yeah, it is. That's all from my home, God. And they were really skeptic about it, and yeah. I ran a convention.
Yeah. But suspect.
Yeah, I mean,
sure, those are all your TVs.
I mean, but I think the best part was actually my friend, and you know, if you're listening, who I mean, you were just panicking, like, when do I get my passport back? And like, hey, calm down. Nothing's gonna happen to you. They're not gonna screw us over. It's only importing stuff. It's not, something which is really bad. I mean, financially for me, it would have been bad if they would have said, yeah, well, we need to charge you this amount of money, and like, yep, that's gonna hurt. But
well, what happened? Did they stick you with a fee?
No,
they were not.
They actually were really helpful. They tell me, yeah, well, you need to import the car temporarily. We're setting everything up, and I already took out my wallet. It's like, yeah, I'm ready to pay, and it's like, yeah, it's fine. It's like, okay, good, thank you very much, and thank you for your help. Always say thank you, because you never know.
Yeah, I mean, be polite when you're talking to government officials.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It was just plainly hilarious, to be honest. And I mean, it was really an experience to be had.
I mean,
And
yeah, when you're running this kind of convention stuff, I suppose something like that is bound to happen.
so yeah. That
Clash with the law, the authorities.
yeah, that was really fun. What else did we had? Right. Actually, a little story from Furvester 1. And that was really fun because then we're only about to set everything up. We're like, yeah, we are gonna have a bar, we're gonna have this, we're gonna have that. And suddenly we had to notice a crucial mistake, or at least too many people. And we were like,
Too many people?
Yeah.
Too many attendees?
Yeah, it's not the problem about keeping them, but the problem was we had too much money. And it was like, yeah, what do we do now? Quietly in the back, we were discussing, yeah, what do we do now? We have we can't charge for drinks anymore, otherwise we have to pay more taxes and etc. It's like, shit. So then we had to decide, okay, let's make a happy announcement that every drink is free for the entire convention.
Wow.
But you know what else was a stupid mistake? Telling that it was free, because we ran out of supplies day 2. So
I guess you're learning.
Yeah.
Next time you have too much.
So then me, Dashbrit, and was Peachy. We went onto a little shopping spree. And you should have seen us. We basically went to we had supplies list, like, yeah, we need to have that, and that. And then we were like, okay, how much do you have? Okay, let's just, yeah. We basically emptied all of most of the stuff we took from the store. And yeah.
Like grocery type stuff?
Yeah, it's like drinks, alcoholic beverages.
To distribute at the convention?
Yeah, for making drinks and so on. And it was just like, oh my god. And we had 3 full shopping carts full of booze. And then we had... yeah, and it was really fun at checkout because we had a lot of money in the... Yeah, a lot of small notes and cash and paid with that. It's like...
You look so shady on the outside, like transporting TVs, transporting large amounts of alcohol.
Yeah.
I wonder what normies really think.
I mean, to be honest, that's the... I really don't know what they think of me, but they know. Some people really know they can rely on me. If I say I do it, I will do it. Like one thing was also for my ex-girlfriend who married, to organize the bachelor's party, to organize drinks, to organize other stuff, and also hold the ceremony, which was really short, as in like, yeah, well, the beer is when you go in on the right, and don't forget it's on the right. Yeah.
Sounds stressful.
Yeah, it was.
You're a firefighter, but you said that's through mandatory. Like, what I'm asking is, like, do you do this project management stuff in your real life, like your career?
Not yet, actually, but I'm giving my input to things I think, what I think is correct, and not much more. Yeah, that's what I'm just doing for a passion project. And
yeah, not a lot of people want to step up and, run the show from behind the scenes and to entertain. So it's an interesting trait to have. I figured you would say, yeah, I'm a project manager, so on, but you could definitely, work that into real life application. That's what's nice about it.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it, but not really sure, because you need experience for that. Like,
right? How do you put that on a resume?
I actually just plainly put it on there. It's like, yeah, well, I'm running a convention with 400 attendees. Like, what?
Yeah.
And to be honest, if you're doing, if anybody listening now wanting to do something like that, first of all, if you want to be the lead, you have to make sure you have a good background. And background is in the sense of you have at least somebody else who's as interested as you are into holding up that thing. Then you need to gather people around you who can do stuff. I mean, we have Little Tiger, who is head of building our fursuit launch. Then we have Dashpit, who is just doing everything. Then we have Chotlight, who is doing all the security stuff. And yeah, we have Peachy, who did also organizing stuff in photography, etc. And then we have a Star Fox, who is just plainly awesome, and he is doing that. That's his job, the stage stuff. And together, if everybody pulls on the same way, and sometimes somebody is not happy about it, and then I step in and help solving problems between in the team and trying to get everything rolling again. And yeah, that's just me. And I just see we have 1 minute left. So,
Oh,
yeah, so fast it's over. So you need a team who is working good hand in hand, and you don't need to agree on everything, but you just need to focus on a goal and maybe have somebody designated to pull you towards it and try to not derail it, everything. That's my message to all of you who want to run it, and you're gonna get great experience, like an apocalypse like stuff on New Year's Eve.
team building experience. Yeah, I wish that I had stepped in and volunteered at a convention at some point in my convention going antics. But I haven't even worked a convention. I'm an artist, but I've never set up shop. I just go to have fun. It's my vacation. I go to meet folks and appreciate the staff of these events.
So on this note, I want to thank everybody for listening, and RenTradewind, thank you for coming, and yeah, have fun with.
This is so much fun. Thanks for having me.
Cosmic and Rhubarb. Enjoy the concert.